starting. Okay,
Yeah.
we are live.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so I'm gonna throw the questions,
Okay.
and so we have two poems, Barbie Doll and Beauty. And the first question is, what does each poem have to say about what is expected of women regarding beauty?
Hmm.
Anyone want to start?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I start.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So in both poem, I think the idea of beauty is defined by a woman's flawless appearance, and also, yeah, like her appearance.
hmm I'm just trying to find my notes. Yeah, um, like for Barbie doll, it talked of how your lips should always be as like the cherry color, and like you should look like the doll all the time. That your hair is neat. You have a really nice long and slender legs, and the cute little tall nose, and I don't know.
Hmm.
And what in the other one, Beauty, it was like the beginning talked about how the lady in this guy's story was doing something to change her face,
Hmm.
I think, causing, that's why it said, cause tiny vessels in her face to break, like the little
Yeah.
things, and it's just crazy. And it's just, um, like you said, that they expected to look in a certain way at a certain, year. Like this year, presently, you know how women like to do their different colors for the hair. Like
Hmm.
it's darker in the end and lighter at the top, and there's like three shades of colors. And so if you're not, I mean, it's kind of like what these poems are about. They're just describing what kind of or what is beautiful at this time that they're writing it, and
Yeah.
they're really specific with the details. Like
What you need to look like.
legs should be big.
Yeah.
It should be just like the Barbie dolls. Just I don't know how to describe them right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Now I understand. Put down in my note. Sometimes do the I take note, and then when it's time to share, I remember it when I was getting ready, and then when I go away I forgot. Yeah, but I put
oh
down
yeah.
here like their beauty is like limited to a certain time frame in their life, like you mentioned, like this time of year you have to look like this, and then this time you have to look like this. So um like for example, a baby, they have to look this specific look, and then when they grown up they have to be this specific look, and then yeah. So I think it affect the one girl, the one in Beauty. I think it was the writer is a brother.
hmm In Beauty,
Yeah,
yeah, it's Tony.
yeah, it's Tony. I think he was writing about his sister, and so yeah, it described how she's been wanting to look beautiful, um, and the stress that she went through when she tries to be beautiful.
hmm
I'm just writing the notes. That means she, Tony, look at her sister. Um, she don't like her natural face. She
Mhm.
always try to make her appearance look pretty. So I think
Yeah, and remember that line where he said, um, oh, I just lost it. But he said something about, sorry, it's like a continuation of what you said, how she's always trying to look pretty,
Look in
but
the
she was being a dumb blonde. You
mm.
know how she's like, in her free time, all she does is stand by the hallway, try to be cute and laugh like you know, the high maintenance girls, and
katawa mo yun.
like she doesn't study, like she's at school just to be pretty and just to attract guys, but she was dumb. So the brother was like saying, but
Dumb blonde.
those days, it was like when he was reflecting, those days when she was a dumb blonde, it's, all she does is make her hair nice and, you know, with the perfect curls. But so I think that kind of adds to it, because, you know, when you spend so much time in beauty and you literally don't have time to study. Well, as for my case, I have so much to study, I don't have time to be pretty. It's just like that. So yeah, and I think it's the same with the Barbie doll. Like, she is the other poem. She is smart. She is great as a person, but because she thinks she's not beautiful, then she just end up, I think, dying or something in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she actually die? Because I don't think she died. I mean, maybe the poem, like, you know, like how in some poems they like use things to say they do this, but it's not what actually happened. I don't think she actually cut her legs. And oh, I was thinking one time that she might be committing suicide, and then another time I was thinking she might use um she might go through you know how they, what do you call,
Surgery.
surgery. And then what, because that linked to the first stanza where it talks about the stitches on her face. And then one time I was thinking that maybe all of that was just they were trying to, it was cosmetic, like the lipstick, because you know, I went through the reading, um the what, the one that we have to our past reading, we have to, what did we do? Yeah, I look at the pictures that was given.
Mm-hmm.
The you know how we have to choose one picture of beauty from the
Uh-huh.
20th century and analyze.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
I see um one there that has to do with the cosmetic and stuff, the lipstick and how they're supposed to make you look fake and everything. Um,
Yeah, and now that you said that, I think I'm reading the last paragraph again from Barbie doll, because
mm,
yeah, it's so she cut off her nose and her legs and offered them up. So I think it's kind of similar to when they change, you know, they take the fats, because she said that her legs were
but
too wide, yeah, like fat. So maybe she did, like you said, and but when he said in the casket displayed on satin chalet, like maybe what he was trying to say in the poem was that she died as a person, like her real personality died, so she
mm,
became like dead to him who wrote the poem, or him, is it a him or her?
yeah.
Marge, is a Marge.
I think she was dying emotionally when she, because it explains, you know, how she, after all the everything that she had done, she finally find out that the pretty is gone.
Yeah.
she's about the pretty.
Yeah, so it's like you lost your personality just because you're trying to look like someone else.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's. I think that's what she was trying. He was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was the first question.
Yeah, that was just the first question.
And then we go far away. I think I
Yeah, but
make
I think those things kind of answers the other questions. Like the
okay.
second one is, what are the obstacles faced by women who want to try to meet the standards of beauty society sets? And I think like we just talked about how they need to change how they look, they need to give up time, they need to give up um, or they need to go through pain of surgery, and sometimes they have to forget how good they are as a person just because they feel like they're not beautiful enough.
Yeah, they forgot who they really are. They forgot the true beauty they
Yeah.
have, and go for what the word is, for what the society wants them to look like. So that is society's beauty, to have this nose and to have this kind of leg and to have this type of body. But then they forgot that the beauty they have is also includes the inner beauty. So deep down, every woman is a beauty. They just need to realize that. So yeah, I think society has a lot of influence in women's life, especially nowadays. Like some girls, they want to have this. Um, like in reality, I've seen one star superstar. I think it was Lindsay Lohan. I was surprised to have a look at one of her pictures where she was so skinny, and then I read it says that she wanted to be skinnier than, even though she's already skinny. She wanted to be more skinnier than that, and then I think it has to do with society. Um, it has to do with what the world is thinking. But then she she believed on it so much that she forgot when to stop, and she
Mm-hmm.
ended up transition from being pretty to being ugly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything
Salo?
you want to add, Selu?
Yeah.
Like anything you
So
want to
we
add?
are in the second question.
Yeah. Like what obstacles or like difficulties or trials that
I'm thinking,
women.
sometimes we look at women and trying to be someone else by those makeup, and but they forgot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand we like being look beautiful and pretty to others, and also but I'm thinking that we are more prettier in our nature case.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
I think some of the obstacles that I had to go through
Because
also
we're gonna waste
being
a lot of time trying to make our face look pretty, you know.
Yeah. Like it's okay if you know just
But that's
keep
how
yourself.
life to those women.
Yeah. With the little boy. Hi. So this. Okay. Do you want to go to the
No,
next
no, no,
one?
no.
yeah.
Okay. I think there's two questions that I think kind of,
Uh,
they, what do you call that?
Similar.
Like they go together. So I'll just say two questions. So, what are the consequences for those who do not, meet the standards of the society? And what happens when we don't meet that expectation?
Okay. I think usually at the end they get hurt. Like for example in both poems, one has to cut her feet and what else? Nose. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and then put it in a casket. I think it at the end, we had to go through a lot of sacrifice. So
Oh,
like
the question
surgery.
is like, what about those who do not, like, who don't follow?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like what
I think
happens to them?
those they recognize who they are. They know that they are already beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And um oh, let me have a look at that question. You know, the whole time I read the question, and I when you read it, I was
It's like, for me, if I would answer this, I would say
yeah.
that, for those who don't follow or who do not even try to look like the way others want them to be, they just called simply ugly. Or, sometimes they call them lazy, or others would even think that you're poor because you can't keep yourself as beautiful as you should. And it's kind of stereotype, how those people
Hello?
who wear makeup all the time. Oh, sorry, Selu, we lost you.
I don't know what happened.
That's okay.
Yeah, so we were just talking about the third and fourth question. It's about like what happens to those who do not follow those beauty standards that other people set. And I was just saying that people just call them ugly or poor or lazy because they don't try to be beautiful, and sometimes they even say that they don't love their own self because they're not taking care of it in the way the society thinks women should. So that's just some of the things that I think.
Oh, that's a good answer. And also, some in our country, some people would say, like, in addition to what you say, being poor, and they'll be looked down. People would look down if them they think they can't afford a lipstick and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like. Even my sisters sometimes. Um, I have some sisters who are not married, and um, two of them, maybe all of them. Like, I have three sisters, and all of them, they would color their hair once in a while,
Hmm.
and they would go to a salon every now and then, and so they like to have their hair blonde, and like you know how the Tongans color their like streaks. They love to do
Hmm.
that, and so every time we had an occasion, they'll be you would know that they'll already be at they're already gone to the salon to do their hair and stuff. And then when I get to the to join them at the event, they like look at me and say, "Man, you can't afford to to buy a lipstick, or to have these clothes, or to buy. It's it's cheap. You can afford it. You can go to a hair salon and do your hair and color it and stuff like that." And then um, sometimes, like to them, when they look at me like that, they think I don't want to waste money and stuff, and I'm like
Hmm.
old fashioned, and I don't know how to dress up. But then at the end, like, the true reason I don't do that is just I'm like, I love to get dressed and stuff. As long as my hair is combed, that is fine with me. Like,
Hmm.
and I have a nice dress. I have a dress to wear. That's all. Like, a suitable one for the occasion, that would be fine. Like, I wouldn't go the extra. Uh, I wouldn't. I'd rather spend it on my children and my family than to have it on my hair and stuff. So, like, I love looking at them with their straight hair and stuff. But then there is, I don't see it that way. Like, if I don't have this, I'm ugly. Like, I see myself
Hmm.
beautiful. I Even when I wear a simple dress, and when my hair is not strict or straightening and stuff. Like, I comb nicely and I join them, but that is all. Like,
Yeah. Same here. Like I used to do that, like what your sisters do. I used to like do all those, you know, things, extra things. But that was when I was single, and when I got married, I realized, you know, I'd rather spend this money to bring my daughter to the zoo or buy her something that would keep her occupied, like puzzles and stuff. And you know, we just changed priorities. And
Yeah, I think, yeah,
but
I think that
yeah,
is what I misses. I think because one sister who always started off is the one that that is not married, and so to her, like all she knows now, and she all her focus now is on herself.
hmm,
Like for us now, we have our children, we have people we look at, and we consider them beautiful, and so yeah. Before we all do the same thing, like
Hello.
color my hair and stuff, and straightening my hair for me and stuff. But then when I get married, I don't like. I would do it when I have time, but if I don't, I don't mind. Like I wouldn't go the
yeah.
extra with all those things.
My
Yeah,
screen keep turning black and then back again.
it's your. I think it's your
Yeah,
internet. Don't worry.
yeah.
As long as you're speaking, so share with us what you think of the last question. Do you have the question, Selu?
It's so Salu, it's like what happens to, you know, the women who don't try to make
Sorry
themselves.
guys, I can't hear you properly.
Oh, uh, sorry.
Selu, can you hear me now?
Can you guys
Can you
hear
hear me?
me?
Yeah. Can you hear us? Selu? Selu?
Okay, I can't hear.
Oh,
Message us then.
oh,
Oh, you know the message sign over here? Can she message us? Wait. Oh, and the chat message link here. What? No, no.
uh, um, you can like put your. See, wait. There's a message. There's a chat.
There's a chat, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, do you see something from me on the side? Oh, yeah, yeah. I think so.
Yeah. You can see it. You just see it. Oh, she's gone. Okay. Um.
Let's finish and then give her the link, and then she'll have a look at it and
Yeah, she can just watch
finish
it.
up.
Watch it
Yeah.
later. Okay. So the next one is how might the effort of trying to meet society's expectations of beauty affect a person's life? I think we talked about this. You know,
Mm,
and Sister Professor Ho in the introduction for this assignment gave a really um, like it's like the perfect way to describe what's happening with the women who tries to
mm,
keep up, and like she said, it's not really possible to, you know, always keep up your entire life. And
mm,
like she specifically said, I'm gonna read it,
mm,
that we cannot always create the beauty society expects, and we cannot certainly sustain it forever, no matter what effort we expend. And I think that is important for women to know, because I think a lot of, or most of the women don't know this line. And so they, what happens to them is they keep putting effort, and even though they progress, like they change, like they become more beautiful, and us as viewers, when we see our friends on Facebook or whatever, if their pictures are real, sometimes we see, oh, she improved a lot and she's like way better now. But
Mm.
they don't see it because what they're trying to always do is catch up with the society. But they forget to notice that they are actually changing. But I think briefly, I'm just trying to say that they don't get contented because they lose sight of why they're doing it, and they just always put effort, but they don't realize that um, there's only so much you can do about your face. There's only so much you can change about your face, and you can't really expect one night and you'll be like, um, what you look like a Hollywood actress or something. So I think that going back to the question, it changes the person and it affects like everything, not only the person but the people around her.
Yeah, I think that um that example is very clear in the Tongans. I had a friend. We go together. We were in youth together, and then they moved to New Zealand. And when they moved over there, I could see that she, the transition from um, no makeup to makeup, like a lot of makeup. She put on a lot of makeup, and then
Hmm.
I could see her also. You know how beauty is defined today. You have this nice dress and these short bands and this makeup, and I have like every time we'll talk, she'll be talking to me about what's this soap and this new soap and this new what and the what it would do to that face, um and then she said she's been using it, and then when I look at her photos and stuff, yes, she looks pretty, but then I could see that she's changed a lot. And also um I could see that the height of the skirt she was wearing get higher and higher, and in her last post I saw a picture of her with a very short short at the beach, and she
Hmm.
was dancing, but it was very short. And I know that and then she videotaped herself dancing, and then I could, when I was looking at her, I said to myself, this is like a new person, this is not the one I know. And
Yeah.
yeah, and then it also affects her spiritual, like where she was before she was. And then when I talked to the mom says she's inactive.
Hmm.
And so I think um it affects her life a lot, because not only she forgot who she was, but she also forgot the things that she should value the most.
Hmm.
and yeah, so it's typical like I think it may not be just her, like everybody else, but what is it that they forgot is that um the standard of beauty will change, like in um the reading that was given us by Sister Ho. Beauty changes, a
Can you guys hear
definition
me?
Yeah.
yeah, I can hear you. And so we must not try to be everything that society view as beauty. um there's a limit for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
And
I also just I'll try to be quick, but it's like my friend, she is really pretty. She's half Indian and half Filipina, and I don't know, for some reason, if it's like a half Filipina and half something else, they look just so pretty, and
mm,
I don't know how, but anyway, she's so pretty, but she is concerned with her skin because she is dark, and in the Philippines, um, like the fairer skin, like I had before coming here in Hawaii, but
that will make
um,
you fair.
but we're best friends, so every time we're together, people are like telling me that I'm so white. Like she is pretty, but she's not as white as me.
Mm,
So she tries to do a lot of stuff with her face, every day, and she never gets tired of it. She's never lazy about it. She puts makeup on her face to make her skin look whiter, but it's like up to her face when we were younger. So her neck was like darker. And then she went and improved and learned from that, and then she would like make put makeup until like including her neck this time. But you know, her arms are still not the
Black.
same. Yeah. Then she had a lot of boyfriends, and you know, to try to pay for whatever she needs. Like she would ask her boyfriends to buy her this makeup, this cell phone, this gadget,
Oh.
whatever. So she always have like new things. And when this time when we were, well, she is older than I am. When she was like almost out of college, she's almost graduating. She realized that no one her age can afford the things that she wants for herself to make herself beautiful. So
Mhm.
she ended up marrying a man older than her dad,
Oh
who
my.
is an American, and it's just like I don't know that she how she was able to like go that far to marrying someone that old. And it
Mm.
was definitely, I could say it was definitely not because she loved him, because she was cheating on him
Mm.
even the night before the marriage. So I think like
All of
if
that for a good look.
yeah, all of those just so she could like look beautiful, plus she could have her background, you know, the states and the really nice tourist spots, like and all those stuff. Like she wants to change it. She wants to have her cheeks like really small and her lips like really pouty. So, and she can't afford it with her Filipino boyfriend. So she ended up marrying um,
Mm.
a really old American guy that she never met before getting married. Like they just met and you know a few weeks and they're married. And anyway, I mean I have nothing wrong about the American. It's just you know she was not marrying for the right purpose.
Mm.
And I think that it could, like, especially nowadays with all the pressure that you have to look this good in Instagram and Facebook, it can lead you so far that you can't even tell what's wrong with what you're doing. But
Mm.
on the other side of this is that if you have the right motivations, you know, like for me, I'm trying to just like fix my face from acne scars because I was kind of stupid when I was younger and I was
Mm.
careless, and it just gives me something that what you call that, to improve. You know that feeling when you improved and you know you feel better about yourself. That's it.
Mm.
But I'm not even like I want to look like that. I want to look like that. It's just I just want to be able to improve a little bit each time. It's not that bad. So I think that kind of effort wouldn't do you bad. It would like make you feel better about yourself each day. But if you're having the wrong purpose of trying to be beautiful how the society thinks, then it would be a problem.
Mm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was long.
That is the same thing with this girl. She's always trying to she's always trying to have me use this soap. I also have acne on my face. And so she's always asking me to try this soap, and she's sending me presents and um it's soap and everything. And so she used it on her body. Um and so I think that is her focus right now. She's lost focus on what is important. Like
Mm, yeah.
what's important to herself and not who she wants to become like to be like. I think she's been copying superstars and everything, and at the end, she forget who she really are, and
Yeah.
she's done stupid things already.
Hmm.
Because many people, when they look at her, they recognize she's pretty, but then, um, they only they're drawn not only to her because of her physical beauty, but not like there's I don't like maybe they see but very less of the personality and stuff, but more into the look. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the last question.
Mm.
Celo just
Okay.
says, I'm gonna send the link. And
Just send her the link in.
yeah, I'll send it before I click the
Okay.
before I turn it off, because last time I was having a hard time trying to get the link when we went off.
Okay.
Oh, it's loading.
Do you want me to send her from mine? Will it work?
Just a sec. Almost done. Uh,
Can you have a check? Can you check the one I sent?
oh, wait.
Let's do some experimenting here because I also I don't want to bother you every time. Oh, okay, you've sent us a.
Yeah. So it's
I
like
see one.
it's the links. It's the one below. It's like it says links, or maybe this.
Okay.
Yeah, it has like the video embed. I think that's the one she's looking for because it shows you the video of what we talked about.
Oh, okay. Then we don't have that part. Yeah. So go ahead and send her. I'll tell her not
Yeah.
to use the one I sent.
Okay, so I'll turn this off now.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night.
Good night.
Bye.